Think about all the times your family has hopped into the car to go to dance recitals, football games, the grocery store, or church. You jump in the car thinking that it's going to be just like all the other times, but little do you know, this time will be different. Your family is driving down the highway while you and your siblings sing Firework by Katy Perry on the top of your lungs. You are all dancing, singing, and laughing. When suddenly, everything goes black. You wake up in a hospital room to find out that your family has fallen victim to a distracted driver who thought that a little text just couldn't wait. The situation isn't a rare one either, while, according to USA Today, nearly 1 in 4 drivers are going online while driving. That is a lot of distracted drivers. And according to the National Safety Council, texting and driving causes 1,600,000 wrecks per year. A text can wait. So what can you do? You can advocate. Do not text and drive, and encourage others not to text and drive. Remind them of the dangers. A text can wait. The person texting you would rather have you arrive safely at your destination. So I urge you, put the phone down. You should put it out of reach if it is a temptation to you. This topic is very important to me because growing up with my friend Kimber May. She is an amazing friend and one of those girls that would do just about anything for anyone. She has one of those tell it like it is personalities, which I really needed growing up because I have a personality where my head's always in the clouds and I have outlandish ideas. She always brought me back down so I could be firmly planted. She always stood up for me too if there was ever trouble. But I almost lost this special friend in 2012 because she was a victim of a driver who chose to text and drive. Her boyfriend at the time was taking her back home to her mother's house, but little did they know she would not arrive. He decided to look at his phone when passing through an intersection, and the light changed to red. He wasn't looking. A car came from the right and hit the passenger side where she was sitting. They spent the rest of the night in the hospital. The driver would walk away with very little injuries, but Kimber would have to stay a few more nights. In a personal interview with her, she said that she had a broken pelvis, a hairline fracture on her tailbone, and a bruised lump. With these injuries, she would never walk the same again because of trouble with her pelvis. This impacted her life every day. She lives every day with a slight limp and went back to run at our high school cross-country team, and she was ridiculed. The coach said that she could never win because of her crooked gait, and so she quit. As for her relationship with a boyfriend, they broke up after 3 years of dating because she couldn't forgive him from the injuries that he caused her. And she never forgave him for checking that text message and hurting her so badly. So I beg you to ask yourself, is that text message worth it? Is it worth it to chance ruining a relationship with the people that you love? Or the chance that you could injure or even kill yourself? Is it worth it to drive in the wrong lane, not knowing it, and possibly hit another person and or their family? Because the Don't Text and Drive Foundation states that teens who text while driving spend 10% of the time outside of their lanes. That's a lot of time driving into oncoming traffic. There are many other dangers that come with texting and driving. A text can wait. Texting and driving is dangerous. It causes many accidents and deaths per year. You can help by understanding the dangers, being an advocate for safe driving, and putting your phone out of reach while driving. Overall, this epidemic needs to be put to a stop. There is a problem in today's society with texting and driving. Texting and driving is dangerous. The Division of Auto Safety states that more teens die from texting and driving than from being drunk. 3,000 teens die per year in crashes caused by texting and driving. Approximately 2,700 teens are killed in drunk driving accidents. That's a difference of 300. So, 5 seconds is the minimum amount of time that your attention is taken off the road while texting and driving. And the No Texting and Driving Foundation says that in that time, you can travel the length of a football field. That's a long ways, and you pass a lot of drivers, and you could be within a lot of unsafe areas. We all know that the conditions during driving change drastically within that time. Not only are we at the mercy of ourselves not paying attention, but we're at the mercy of other drivers. This is a graph of the leading causes of teen deaths, and you can see motor vehicle injuries are at the top, and they beat suicide and cancer and heart disease, other things like that. Texting and driving adds to the dangers and puts teens at a higher risk for crashing. A text can wait, teens. A text can wait. We need to put a stop to this epidemic, and fast, so that we can save the lives of ourselves and others. Texting and driving is dangerous. You are putting yourselves and others at risk for injury. If you kill someone, even by accident, you may be facing lots of jail time. And so I beg of you, is that text worth it? You can keep the road safe with these 4 easy steps. Turn your cell phone on silent while driving. These steps are from the Virtual Drive USA's website. Turn your cell on silent. Completely turn your cell phone off. Put your cell phone out of reach, such as the back seat, the trunk, or the glove box. Download an app that prevents you from texting while driving. They realize that staying off your phone can be quite difficult for many people. And following these steps are very doable and can save lives. Advocate. Remember to always hold yourself accountable. Do not text and drive, and encourage others to do so as well. In the past few weeks, I've been putting these methods into action. I think that putting the phone out of reach is the best for me. I have also been using the app. This app will keep you from activating other apps when you're moving faster than 15 miles per hour. You can also set it to where if you open up another app while driving, it automatically sends a text to someone that would hold you accountable. For some people, that would be your parent or your siblings or your friends. You can keep yourself safe and others by staying off your phone while driving. You can also remember other dangers of distracted driving. And remember, a text can wait. In an article from Kansas City News, they share a story about Rachel N. Gannon, a 16-year-old girl who was charged with manslaughter, assault, and texting while driving in connection with a September 2011 fatality collision. It's a moment the young driver can never take back, and one prosecutor say could have been fixed just if she would have put the phone down. As you can see, she looks terrified in her mugshot. This could happen to anyone if they're driving distracted. Her life was ruined by one small decision that she decided to make. I myself feel sorry for this young girl. If only she would have put her phone down or been made aware of the dangers that can happen while texting and driving. Her story shows the importance of advocating and telling others how unsafe it is to text and drive. Her mistake costed the life of a 72-year-old grandmother who was driving her 10-year-old granddaughter. The 10-year-old was injured but did survive. Because of the driver who chose to text, she will never see her grandmother again. If only Rachel believed that her text can wait. Instead of hitting the family, Rachel could have been driving with her full attention on the road. She could have driven past them and kept going to her destination, but instead, she's looking at 14 years in jail. Texting and driving is dangerous. It causes many accidents and deaths per year. You can help by understanding the dangers, being an advocate for safe driving, putting your phone out of reach while driving, and overall, this epidemic needs to be put to a stop. Start keeping your eyes and attention fully on the road. That text is not as important as your own life. The person texting you wouldn't want you to be hurt. And remember, you can keep people like Kimber safe, because this picture would look a lot differently if she wouldn't have survived that crash in 2012. Life goes by so quickly, and we need to keep each other safe. One little text isn't worth the lasting effects an accident can have on your own life. You can keep the roadway safe by staying away from texting while driving. Also, remind others why they shouldn't text and drive. And remember, a text can wait.